Welcome, Gemini. This is Psychicloveheals and Solomon speaking. I do want to welcome you to your monthly reading for March 2018. This is your love life reading. So, we will be pulling out 9 cards as to what you may be experiencing for the month, and it's going to be from the beginning to the end. All right, so that's the energy for Gemini. I already shuffled off camera, and I'm going to do a little bit here for Gemini 2018 March and love. Gemini be experiencing and love. Okay, got the cards. Gemini. Okay, so we start out with the Two of Swords. Now, as I was shuffling, pre-shuffling, the World came out, and the World reminds me of this energy here with the Two of Swords. For a lot of you, you have moved on from someone. You're contemplating on whether or not you should open up to someone, make a decision on someone new, reopen a past relationship. It's like what you want to do right now. Anytime you see this Two of Swords, it's really at a big decision that a lot of you are making, especially with the month. You're coming into the month. Do I focus on career right now? With that 10th house of Pisces, the Pisces sun, the sun being in Pisces activates your 10th house of career, public status, and focusing on those things maybe rather than your love relationship. So it's like, should I do this or that right now? I have 2 different romantic interests that I'm focused on. Who is deserving of my undivided attention? Am I completely severed from the past, or is this something that I can reconcile? Should I wait for this person? These things are constantly going through your mind. So many of you are either in a relationship or marriage where you're not desiring to be there, and it may require a little bit more time or patience before you are to completely make a certain decision. So you're at a standstill for some of you out there. And the Page of Wands shows up. So in the beginning of the month, there are invitations to hang out, to either be friends with someone new before you are to devote a deeper connection with them. A lot of you contemplating on having a child with this person, maybe having a baby. And it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that you are around, because this person is younger, maybe someone newer in your life right now, or because they're a friend. You're trying to figure out whether or not this is something that you want to do. Should you have a child? Should you date this person, get to know someone, or should you be single? Should you embrace your freedom at this time? What am I to do right now? Because many of you could have children that you are really focused on right now, and it takes the bulk of your attention, and you're not able to give it to your romantic partner at this time because of different projects, different things that you could be focused on right now, rather than offering that emotional energy to someone. So maybe right now you're looking to kind of breathe through life, and you're wanting to embrace your freedom rather than be in a relationship right now. And I feel with the Knight of Cups in reverse, you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, or Cancer. 2 different romantic partners are showing up. The Two of Swords is showing up, a child in them. Now, this is either you're dealing with someone who is very possessive and potentially very jealous of you, and they're wanting to be in a relationship with you, but some of you are not ready. On the other end, some of you are dealing with someone that is kind of aloof in a way, and you want to connect in a deeper way, but they're not ready just yet. And this does lead to you partying a lot, drinking a lot, doing different things to distract yourself from the disconnect that is there between you two. And maybe some of you are just not kind of independent right now, because you're wanting that person to kind of confirm to you that they're in it for the long haul, and that this is not some one night thing. Some of you may be just wanting that one night, not a one night stand, but a one nighter, and not really anything more than that, if anything, So I do feel like there is a lot of possessiveness, some delay and frustration when it comes to maybe communication, not getting the person that you want maybe in the beginning of the month. So there are some issues with that coming around. you do have the Knight of Swords that shows up. And through this energy, now this is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You have 3 different people here, so a lot of different people maybe around you this month. Again, a lot of work, but also this is where you are expressing yourself, maybe to this person. This could be someone that's coming towards you with a lot of different things, and potentially very aggressive when it comes to how they approach you. For some of you who are on the side of caution, where you're not wanting to commit just yet, someone is really letting you know about how they feel, and constantly calling, constantly texting you, constantly in your ear about certain things. And this could be you as well, when someone is holding back, when someone is not letting you know where you stand. That puts them, at a very awkward kind of placement, and they need to know what's going on. So this energy of expressing yourself about how you feel about someone is there, or you're on the receiving end of that kind of energy. And I feel here with the 3 of Swords in reverse that this does indicate, like, maybe it's an ex-partner, maybe it's someone that you moved on from, where you're not ready to kind of open up to someone. You can see the sword energy is dominating. So even though many of you have potentially moved on from someone, there are still lingering issues. The resentment is still there. It's potentially building up, but it's building up to a process of a point of no return, so to speak. A lot of you are wanting to make a decision to move away from someone or past issue, and just, kind of just maybe be friends with this person, because maybe that's what it is. Maybe some of you have kept things to yourself. You may not have expressed how someone had an effect on you. If you were very much attracted to them, you wanted to be around them with that person, and they didn't really offer you that. They only offered you friendship. Maybe it was an intimate thing that kind of pulled you towards this person, and that was it. And that's something that you are silently getting over, silently dealing with, but your silence may not be kept that long, because you may start to express yourself through them, or even maybe writing a book about it, expressing things on social media every now and then. But I do feel like there is some kind of heartbreak that does deal with a past memory or a past issue that you are trying to cope with, for a lot of you out there. And I believe the Ace of Wands is in reverse, and Capricorn had this as well. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. And when this is showing up, it says that I'm not quite ready for anything new just yet, because I'm still dealing with the children, my marriage, a past hurt, a past pain that I'm not quite over just yet. I'm still healing through injury, through some kind of sickness, the depression of losing someone that may not have been into you, vice versa. Even if you feel that guilt there from moving on from someone, I feel the Ace of Wands is saying that there are obstacles with this connection. You may be on the end of waiting for someone who's already spoken for, who is in a marriage. Now, it doesn't mean that you're kind of waiting to mess someone's marriage or relationship up. Maybe intuitively, or you two have spoken about the plan to release yourself, or release themselves from that restrictive connection, in order for you two to be together. But that's not quite happening just yet, because we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, and that is at the very center of what's going on. And the Ace of Wands is potentially another energy or another person, but there are obstacles to many of you moving forward. And you see this energy, the Ace of Cups shows up. So towards even though the obstacles are there, there's a feeling that you have for someone. This is something that is growing, and as that momentum starts to picks up, the friendship, starting to maybe converse with them, taking some time for you, embracing your freedom, again, trying to enjoy friends, to keep your mind off of what has been stressful. The Ace of Cups does show up, and sometimes this is even a pregnancy that you are going through. For a lot of you out there who has been you got pregnant by someone of your past, or you're going through a pregnancy right now, and it's potentially very awkward for you right now because maybe there's a new love interest within the situation that you're dealing with right now, and then, you know, it's very hard to kind of navigate that situation, how to approach this new love interest, how to get out of, you know, the situation that you're in. And as you move away from a past relationship or something that's been long standing, you start to embrace this newer energy. The emotions starts to happen. You know, you have two aces here, and the two aces are opportunities. Now, obstacles in the middle of the month, and then you have the Ace of Wands, so approaching the end of the month with your opposite sign being Aries, right? The sun being in Aries activates your 11th house of friendships, you know, kind of doing things with them, hanging out with them, approaching them. So it could be a friend that you kind of run into, spending time with them, being around this new love interest in your social circle, maybe getting to know them, and potentially growing, allowing that relationship to grow. So that new energy is there for a lot of you out there. It's the card of renewal and replenishing your creative abilities and how to be creative in your love life to kind of get out there. So you may be feeling a bit more, you know, beautified or beautiful, more sensitive, and being, you know, running into a more sensitive person. And you have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is another person that's showing up. A lot of people here. Another person that's showing up, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And I feel here that in the beginning of the month and throughout the month, there's this mystical energy of confusion, though. You're very confused about certain things. You're not sure. And as that momentum starts to pick up, it does grow, but it starts to subside, because then your energy starts to shift as you start to heal, as you start to let go. Then things start to click and say, I do feel something for this person. Why am I always thinking about them? Why am I dreaming about this person? Is God, is the universe, are my angels trying to tell me something about them, that this love is true, that it is there, that this is something I need to be open to not shut it down right away? And then synchronicities happen. You start to feel things. You start to express yourself emotionally. You start to, maybe for a lot of you, if this is a soulmate connection, you may hear things from them when you wake up. You may hear a song that comes to mind. You may be able to clairvoyantly see something that happens through a vision that you have, and then you have a dream about it, and then something happens that weekend. You may run into them, see signs of this person. Something is there for a lot of you. It's like a blessing in disguise that's helping you move into or move away from something that has not been working out to you into something very new for many of you out there. And I feel with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse in the outcome energy of the month, it does speak about things working out very good, but not in the way or the time that you want it to. So when you get these vibrations and you feel these energies, you feel this pull towards another person, is something to embrace. It's not necessarily something to act on. I don't feel like you are in a position, or the other person is in a position, to act on this particular connection just yet. So it's a growing phase that you are going through right now. And I feel with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it says that this needs to happen before you are to take up on this opportunity or to embrace the opportunity. You may not be ready just yet, but it's coming. All right. So it's still working through the process of release, the process of figuring out what you actually want, whether it's being single, whether it's staying where you are, or removing yourself from it to be independent first, being single first, and then embracing that love interest and still allowing yourself to heal from past heartbreak. So that's why I feel the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, but it's not a bad card. Just like the Ace of Wands in reverse is not a bad card. Sometimes the attraction to another person has gone away through, you know, time. Sometimes people don't believe that the other person is for them because they're taller than them, that they're religious. The other person is not. The other person does different things, that this person may snore a lot. This person may have hygiene issues every now and then, you know, issues like that that are petty that people kind of hold on to, and it keeps you from accepting another person because of little shallow things. You know, you ever saw the movie Shallow Hal? And it says Shallow Hal wants a gal, but Shallow Hal can't really get the gal because he's too caught up in the little things. However, it does not mean that you have to settle for what you don't like, what you're not comfortable with. But some things, the universe says, here are some blessings for you. These are opportunities to kind of open up to see someone in a different light. You're not going to get 100% of everything that you desire in everyone, but when you put that wish out there, when you ask the universe for someone that's, you know, for you, it does its best to manifest that in your life. So then say, okay, well, maybe this person, you know, doesn't come with the baggage or the other things that I don't like about the other person that I may be disconnecting from, and it's in my hands, the ball is in my court to embrace that, to kind of look at things from a different perspective, and I may need time to do that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All right, so I feel like that message was for some or many of you out there, because I never really mentioned those kind of things. So, you know, I feel like that may be something that some of you are going through. So those are your messages for the month. All right, I do hope that they help you out. Tons of love to you, lots of light, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the very best, and thanks a lot. Many blessings to you. To make sure that if you would like a personal or private reading, that you go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for your energy, as these are general in nature. All right, have a good one.